Welcome to the Holy Shhh Podcast, AEW Dynamite post show for June 29th, 2024. It's your boy ABE from DET.
I am that ball bro from the NYC.
What up, though? Oh my God, do I really have a WWE background in the back and I did not catch that? This shows you how hard we work. We did NXT morning show. I forgot to change the background, so let me take care of that for my AEW fans real quick before they freaking behead me. There, boom, AEW.
There you go.
But we were talking before this. Good show. Maybe not the best. Definitely not bad, but good show tonight.
Yeah, man, it can all be home runs. I mean, I'd say it was like a little bit above mid, but it had the good points. Kind of had little lulls here and there, but there's a couple things to look forward to going into next week and even beyond that, in my opinion.
We're building on the road to Grand Slam. That's what this is.
Absolutely.
But it starts off with Don Callis shows Ospreay footage on the big screen, Titantron, if you want to call it, of Kenny Omega being laid out to distract him for the match, but it did not work as Ospreay was able to keep his cool and defeat Brian Cage. And afterwards, Don Callis' family attacks Ospreay until Kenny finally comes down, gain consciousness. But as Minx Mayhems like to say, the numbered games will always win. And that's exactly what happened as the family destroyed both Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, laid over their bodies, posing before their tag team match coming up next week at Grand Slam, opening of AEW. How you feeling about it, Bob, bro?
Listen, it's Ospreay leading off the show. I mean, no better choice than him. And listen, we've talked about it time and time again with Brian Cage. You need a guy like that on your roster. I mean, to put over your stars, man, to make him look like $1 million. I mean, it's Ospreay. He'll look good no matter what. But I mean, Brian Cage is a freak, man. Like catching Ospreay on the outside, holding him up in a vertical suplex form around the entire ring. I mean, just the dude's a freak of nature. He could do anything that you want him to. But listen, Ospreay picking up a win via Styles Clash. I mean, he's done that a couple times now, so he's paying obviously homage to the great AJ Styles. But like Minx said, the numbers game too much. Don Callis family taking on Ospreay. Omega coming out, still not enough. 5-on-2. The Callis family reigning supreme tonight. And remember, we still got that tease from this past Collision. New member inbound. Who knows when? Maybe next week. Maybe at Grand Slam. Couple of guesses out there. Couple educated guesses. Is it Trent coming back from injury? We don't know. I mean, I think it'll be a little bit deeper than that. I think that'd be kind of underwhelming. I think it's gonna be someone close to Kenny. That who knows how to hurt Kenny more than Don Callis? Who knows Kenny better than Don? So I think we're in for a good surprise on who the newest member of the Don Callis family will be.
Definitely. Shout out Ringside Renaissance on TikTok. If you guys are not following him, make sure you go do so on Instagram. JGBeat734. What up? And shout out Soto619.
Soto.
Alley. But what's going on next? Next up, Claudio gets the win over Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and afterwards the Champ Moxley with Marina are ringside to see their fellow Death Rider get the job done. Then comes MJF seemingly to congratulate Double J, but no. Then he hits Double J, lays him out with the diamond ring, stands over him and say, "I respect my elders. That's why I won't say I told you so," and walks off. Crowd chanted Double J. What they're doing with him lately seems to be getting some sympathetic love, but Double J is definitely a main figure right now. I never think I would say that, but he's involved, if anything, in the storytelling. But your thoughts on Double J getting the L?
Listen, like if you're a booker for any show, I don't care if you're Tony Khan, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, whatever. There are two voices you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear the internet voice and the voice of the crowd. which one are you booking for? You're booking for that crowd's reaction. And if you've heard the crowd's reaction the past few weeks for Double J, they are behind him 100%. Like you said, whether it's a sympathetic figure or not, they love Double J. From
Yep.
his from last year in his Owen Cup run, that great promo that he gave, gaining the sympathy from the fans all the way up until now. Like, we all knew he wasn't going to win the championship, but like you said, he's a key figure in a bigger picture down the road, because even before the match between Double J and Claudio, you go to the back with Renee. Hangman possibly looking for Swerve. Who does he bump into? MJF. Who's MJF involved in right now? With Double J. Who has Double J had history with in the past? Hangman Adam Page. He is the most, whether you want to admit it or not, at his age, Double J is one of the most important integral figures in AEW, because he's getting you from point A, which was the Owen tournament last year that kind of pushed Hangman a little bit more over the edge. Now he's taking you to point B, where he's going to gain more sympathy in his feud with MJF, which is probably going to lead to a bad and bloody beatdown. That's going to lead to Hangman coming out for the save, which will transition us to the most very anticipated feud between MJF and Hangman. These are like two day one guys right here that we've never really got a feud or program with.
Right.
We're getting it now. And who's the catalyst behind that? It is Jeff Jarrett. All right. Pay that man his respect.
Put some respect on that man's name. And I'm glad you brought up that point about the segment before the match. That was interesting. I'm curious now to see, why was Hangman going into Swerve's locker room and what the hell did he want? That couldn't have been nothing good. They're supposed to be arch enemies. So I'm curious to see where that is headed as well. But
Just another layer building up, man. Like,
another
that's
layer.
even though it was only like for a couple seconds, literally, like he just opened his door, boom, he wasn't there. That's just something to keep in mind. Like, damn well they're gonna come back to Hangman and Swerve down the road.
You
But
got to.
small little breadcrumbs right there just to follow down the
Y-
road.
Yep. Next up, we get Ricochet defeats AR Fox, and afterwards, Swerve comes down to help Ricochet, grabs AR. I mean, he didn't come down to help Ricochet. He came down to help AR Fox. But Ricochet, being the dastardly new heel that he is, he grabs that gold pair of scissors that he's been carrying and he holds AR Fox hostage like it's a police standoff with a criminal and he's trying to get away, in which he does. It actually works. He doesn't want Ricochet to stab AR. Swerve backs off, and Ricochet gets away before their match next week at Grand Slam. Before the match, what he was saying with Renee in the interview, talking about, I'm not going to have my time now, but later. Just everything, his presentation with his ring gear. Ricochet is figured this out. Salute that man. But your thoughts on the win over AR Fox for Ricochet?
Dude, we said this from the very beginning when Ricochet was kind of angling towards this heel angle, this heel persona, like patience with him. And now you look at with Ricochet right now, it doesn't seem forced at all. It is coming off natural, 100%. Like, I mean, dude, like he's one, not just one of the best heels in AEW. He's one of the best heels in the business right now.
Yes.
I mean, he's getting general heat, like real reactions from the crowd, nothing manufactured. I love the bit. I don't know if you saw when AR was outside on the floor. Ricochet hit the ropes like he's about to jump over. Nope, he does a barrel roll and like he waves off everyone like, nah,
Right.
I ain't
That's heel
just
shit.
small stuff like that. Like
Yes.
the best heels sometimes got to put the most minimal effort in, and it works, and it works over perfectly. And I love 2 weeks in a row. Like you get kind of got the Lucha Underground connection between Swerve and AR and Ricochet. And like you said, I love the bit like Swerve's on the top rope, like he's about to hit the swerve stomp, and like you said, Ricochet pulls out the golden scissors, like it's like freaking Looney Tunes, like a stick up, like yo, stay back, like it's fucking hilarious. And he, like you said, he gets away, and like I said, I can't wait for the match next week. But I have a feeling it ain't gonna. There's gonna be some shenanigans next week. This is definitely not gonna end next week, especially with a couple of big shows lined up. So like I said, perfect character work from Ricochet. Great match with AR Fox, and like I said, I mean, sometimes you just got to give it a little patience, a little grace for it to work out, and you see the results of that with the work that Ricochet's doing right now.
Right, definitely. Next up, you can hate all you want on John Moxley. You can say you don't like him. You can make claims of him not being the best Shield member. One thing certain, two things for sure. This man knows what he's doing as a world champion. The interview that he had with Renee, he made a comment that shook nerves to my core. She asked him why was the belt in the briefcase, and he let it be known. I am the belt. If you do what I do, you don't need to hold it up. You don't need to take an Instagram picture. You don't need to show people,
Mhm.
look what I am. I've paid my dues. I am the man. When you see my face, I am the world championship belt. And that's all you need to see. That struck a chord in my soul. If you guys haven't seen the entire Death Riders interview, they've got multiple segments with Marina, Claudio. Go on YouTube, check it all out. Amazing work. But this guy undoubtedly is the best to be world champion right now in AEW. Am I just talking or you feel what I'm saying, Bob, bro?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, especially just the landscape of the championship contenders right now. There's like you said, that line was hard right there. Like I am the championship. You don't need to see the belt. I'm the prize right here. You know, I'm the one who needs to be taken out. You don't need, like I said, this ain't a vanity project. This ain't like for clicks for social media, anything like that. You want to be the man, you gotta go through me. Like that was one of the hardest
Man,
little
tough.
promos right there. He kept the real, and you know what? He's telling people, yo, enjoy the ride, and enjoy the journey. When we get to the destination, it will be all worth it. In the end, whether it's his next challenger is Cope or Jay White, let's see. But like I said, we got other things developing, in the background that I think are going to come to the forefront in the very near future. So, like I said, Mox is portraying himself as the champion should. Like he said, he's the prize, he's the
He is.
championship. Come and get him.
Definitely. We got Naya in the chat saying, I thought the show was good, could have been better, but the show progressed some stars. Definitely, Naya, 1000%. We said
Hmm.
the exact same thing. It wasn't a home run. It just did what it was supposed to do. Let's keep this thing on the track. Let's elevate some people and let's get to Grand Slam. Thank you for the comment, Naya. 1000% I agree.
Naya, what's up?
Yes, definitely. Next up, we got Jay White. Switchblade defeats Wheeler Yuta and afterwards hits him with a second Blade Runner for good measure. You know, the crowd's going to chant one more. They did. He goes for the third, but out comes the Death Riders. Man, I just love what everything the Death Riders are doing. But anyway, they come down. They're about to jump on the leader of the Bang Bang Gang, but to the rescue out comes Cope. No, not Edge, not Adam Copeland. His name's Cope now. Cope comes out with FTR. They save the day, chase off the Death Riders, and cut a promo. This was a decent segment as well. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Listen, another good showing out from Jay White. I think, in my opinion, I think he's the I don't know. It's a toss up between him and Cope.
Herschel, what up? Sorry about that, bro.
That's all good. But yeah, I'm not sure who's going to be the next in line. For Mox's title, whether it's Cope or Jay White. But Jay White picks up another win, and decent match with him and Yuta. But I like the post match stuff. We got a street fight set up for Collision with FTR versus Mox and Yuta. That will be good. But like I said, it's a good performance of Jay White. He's still hanging around the main event scene. He's been there for a couple months now, so I like to see a little bit more progression on him. Let's give him some mic time. Like we need a good Jay White promo. Like to get the crowd behind him a little bit more, get a little fire, a little more juice behind him. I like to see that the next week or two. But I think it'll be a nice if he's the next one to get the title in Australia against Moxley. I think it's his next upturn.
Definitely, definitely. We got a comment for both of us. A question, I should say. This is interesting on Twitch. Mercy, a bunch of numbers. I'm not about to read all those numbers. Your username is ridiculous, but I'll just call you Mercy. Mercy numbers wants to know, I love you guys. AEW Dynamite post show every single week with Collision on fire lately from last week with Tony Storm and what's going to happen next week with the street fight. Do you guys see yourself doing a Collision post show in the future? Possibly. We never been asked. Now we have to think about it. We will let you know, definitely.
Yeah, man, something to think about. I mean, see if our schedules will line up. But yeah, I'd be down for that.
It is, but it is on fire. What happened with Tony Storm? I wish I could have covered that. I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
dude.
that
Well,
was a home run.
that whole episode. I'd say this past Saturday's Collision. That's a top two, top three episode. From top to bottom. I love the brawling segments between Big Bill and Powerhouse Hobbs. You know, that was dope. I love the progression with both those two young future superstars right there. And like I said, another one. I love the fact that we're keeping emphasis on Powerhouse Hobbs. Like, not, I love that he didn't get his title shot and he's pushed aside. Like, and forget about. No, he's still in the forefront. He's still on TV every weekend. Listen, he's a homegrown talent. So that's what you need to progress the show in the future.
Definitely, definitely. Naya says, I like the show. Was it the best? No, but it was good. The show progressed some of the storylines. I'm looking forward to next week's Dynamite. Next week will be a home run. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Now we get to the main event of the evening. Mercedes Monet, she comes out in this United States outfit, and for a second, I got a glimpse of if she was in WWE, she would make an incredible United States champion. No shots to Chelsea Green, she's doing great, but that USA outfit fit Mercedes perfectly as she defeats Yuka and retains. It was just a good quality match. Mercedes Monet works extremely well with New Japan wrestlers and just that whole, I'm not a fan. I might say it wrong. Joshi, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joshi.
Shout out Light Skin Gauger. He has been educating me on this
Oh
style.
yeah.
But yes, she does extremely well against those types of wrestlers. Amazing work by Mercedes Monet. Lets it be known why she is the champion of 5 different things. I'm not about to name them all. You see all the belts every week, but she's just doing incredible work. Yuka, you can't sleep on her. She may look like a little 12-year-old girl coming to the ring with a kitty song, but she wrestles like a grown woman. So Yuka, shout out to her and the L. She looked incredible. Mercedes, as always, great in the ring, but I thought it was a solid main event, and I just enjoy women finishing the show. Your thoughts?
Very good match, and you talking about Mercedes outfit. I give it more like Apollo Creed vibes.
Nice.
You
You're
look
right.
you look at the red, white, and blue outfit, but yeah, like you said, I mean, obviously her time in New Japan, she works well with the Joshi wrestlers over there. She has good track record. But I mean, honestly, I think she works good with whoever you put her in the ring with. Like I said, 2025 is going to be a great year. Think about this: if 2024 was a bad year, was an off year for her, she has half of the best women's matches last year voted by the fans. I mean, 4 championships, like ending the year. I mean, goddamn, what's she gonna do now with a full year of now she's 100% healthy, recovered from that broken ankle? Like there's no stopping her right now. So whoever's gonna step up and beat her, they're gonna have a tall task in front of her. But I mean, as far as this match with Yuka, like, dude, great match. I think they had great chemistry. Yuka had a couple of good hope spots. Very close near finishers, but Mercedes showed up tonight, and like you said, I love the women closing out the show. But I gotta be honest, man. Little report came out today. The amount of time women got last year was the same as 2023.
Mm,
We need more time for the women on both
definitely.
Dynamite, Collision, AEW as a whole. That's something that has to be fixed. Like, listen, we're fans of the show. Obviously, me and you are, but that means we could also have our valid criticisms as well. But you could call out the criticisms, but if you're not, you don't have any viable solutions, or you don't want to progress the conversation forward, then it's just you're just one of those people who grasp at low hanging fruit and just try to kick AEW for the sake of content, just for clicks and views. I mean, if you're a fan of the product, you call out the problems, but why don't you set up why don't you set up a dialogue or something? Do some lives, do some spaces, start a Discord, invite some pro AEW fans. Let's try to have like a discourse, or anything not. But if you're just gonna keep, you know, low hanging fruit for anything that's negative AEW, then you're not about progressing. You're not about making the product better. Like I said, you're just in it for there's an industry there's a whole how do you say, like, kind of an industry like behind hating the product of AEW, like, because let's be honest, like, it's the easiest thing to be an anti AEW content creator, or whether it's on this app, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Is the easiest thing to do. You get the most clicks, you get the most engagements, in my opinion. If that's what you want to do, just call yourself what it is, but don't call yourself a full wrestling fan. Don't be a wolf. Don't be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Just step out into the light and reveal what you are. Honesty is the best policy, in my opinion. And that's the end of
Exactly.
my TED talk.
Definitely, definitely. And speaking of that, with the WWE AEW feud, shout out 404 Heels podcast. If you guys don't follow them, go follow them. They had a great poll up on their page today. It was asking people respectfully. I'm pretty sure somebody got a little disrespectful somewhere. They always do. But it
Hmm.
said respectfully, do you watch WWE, AEW, or both? In your answer. And I just like to give my answer on our platform with a little more breakdown. I do watch them both. I enjoy all of them. And I'm a new TNA fan as well because we're about to start covering that. So I've been watching TNA. I love it all. The reason I like AEW more is I'm a little older. And when in my day, when it first started, wrestling was about athleticism and wrestling. It was no storylines. And in my opinion, the best wrestling, the best athleticism, the best thing about professional wrestling being an actual sport resides in AEW. But I watch WWE because I am also a fan of reality television and entertainment, and I get a big, huge dose of that there. But my core of wrestling is wrestling. And that's where I get it from AEW. That is no knock to WWE because I cannot get the same stories that I get at WWE and AEW. They tell them a little different, a little more flair, a little more entertaining. That's their bread and butter. So it's just my personal opinion, but I thoroughly enjoy them both. Your thoughts on your favorite or what do you watch, Ball Bro? Clearly, you watch AEW. We know we do a post show every week, but
Exactly. I mean, but listen, I'm in the same boat as you. Obviously, listen, as a content creator, as a podcast host as well. Yeah, of course I watched WWE. Listen, WWE or WWF back then was my first love. Like some of you have seen, listen, on my left arm, I got a Bret the Hitman Hart tattoo. That's my guy. That's my goat. Started watching him when I was 6, 7 years old. I mean, WWE and WWF will always have a place in my heart. It's just, you know what? As I've gotten older, I just discovered more wrestling outside of the WWE WWF bubble. And you know what was the catalyst behind that? It was NXT Black and Gold when Triple H was in charge, like 2015, 2016, when guys like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, Keith Lee were coming in. Oh, I gotta do more research on Ring of Honor. Oh, these guys, Shinsuke Nakamura. I gotta do more research on New Japan. I do more research on New Japan. Who do I find? I find Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega, Bullet Club, and all those guys. I mean, so it's like, yeah, you get the drama, you get the storylines in WWE. That's always going to be there, and ain't no doubt about that. But like you said, as I just gotten older and discovered more wrestling outside of that WWE bubble, like you said, just the athleticism, the hard hitting style that I just grown to love. Like I said, it started with NXT Black and Gold, but then when AEW came around, like, it's fresh new faces. Like you said, it was a brand new promotion. Didn't come in with storylines. It was just all about the wrestling the first, few months or whatever. But like today, I could say I prefer AEW now in a sense because my favorite wrestlers that I'm into as far as character wise are ones that I feel like I could relate to kind of like on a personal, basis. Like guys like a Eddie Kingston, like Eddie Kingston in a sense, and like someone like Hangman Adam Page. Like I feel like Hangman is, I don't know. the nervousness, the unsure of himself, the questioning of his abilities, just his mental mindset, like going, back and forth. Like, listen, a little personal thing about myself. You know what? Last month I started doing therapy. Because I've been a little troubled here and there. A lot of stuff I have unresolved. So I don't mind opening up. I like saying that because you know what? There's a lot of us men. We feel it's weakness to say that we're in trouble, we're hurting, that we keep balled up inside. I'm here to say it's okay to break down a little bit because it allows you a chance to build yourself back up. That's what I'm
Definitely.
doing right now. That's why, like, I look at a Hangman Adam Page. He was the chosen one when AEW started. Didn't work out. Loses the first championship match to Chris Jericho. What does he have to do? 2-year chase for the belt. Losing after losing after losing. He keeps getting back up. And he's the Hangman. What is he getting back up on? He's getting back up on the horse. Finally gets his moment against Kenny Omega. Great 2-year storyline. One of my favorite storylines in AEW. And I feel like Hangman going into that heel run, like, he just snapped. He had enough. Like, he got pushed over the brink. And now you see the little breadcrumbs with Jeff Jarrett, you know, who's going to be the ultimate trick when MJF is just beating him down to a pulp. When we get that original Hangman theme hitting the speakers, the crowd is going to go crazy. You know why?
Definitely.
Because he is the hero that
Yep.
AEW needs. He's the main character. He's the day one guy. He's Hangman Adam Page, and I just
Definitely.
feel like I said, I just like the realer, more down to earth characters. Like, with all due respect to someone like Cody, I feel like he's more manufactured in a sense. Like, his presentation, the way he talks, the way he walks, like everything. I don't know. In my opinion, he comes off more like a politician. In my
I
opinion, the
was
way he
with you
talks.
until you slandered my guy. I gotta
I'm
stop.
sorry,
That's my
man, but it's like,
guy. He can do no wrong in my eyes. It'll be like
God,
that
come on,
forever. I
man.
love
Like,
him. Number one.
come on, but don't get me wrong. I got guys in WWE I like too, man. Listen, I like Drew McIntyre. I like
Yeah.
Sheamus. I like a few other guys. Like that. Listen, we talk openly about the NXT Women's Division. How they're fucking great. They're knocking it out of the park right now. But I'm just saying. And you know what? Maybe as AEW as a promotion, yeah. Do they make their mistakes here and there? Absolutely, they do. But you know what? They're the underdog. They're the little brother. Guess what? I'm a little brother. I'm the underdog. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Giants fan. I know what it is to be little brother. I know what it is
Yeah,
to
you
be in trouble.
definitely
I know
do.
when everyone is looking down on you that you feel like you could do no wrong. That's why I feel AEW on a personal level, man. Guess what? Yeah, they're down right now, but guess what? It's just like I said, they're broken down, but they have a chance to build themselves back up, and
Definitely,
they will.
definitely.
Time, patience.
Definitely. I appreciate you sharing that with the therapy. That is a topic that a lot of people don't talk
Absolutely, I do
about.
it every
So,
Thursday.
yep.
Do it every Thursday night, little 7 o'clock session once,
It's
1 hour a
necessary.
week. Absolutely.
Just like hitting the gym, man. You work your body out, make sure you treat your mind the same exact way. But shout out to the familia. We got Richie Mars saying what up on TikTok, and my guy Doug saying what up, guys, on YouTube. Doug, every chance I get to meet you, I miss out. Sunday, I was like, damn. I was like, I finally get to meet Doug, and God damn it, I had an
Ah,
emergency. I couldn't. But
man.
Doug, I love your comment. I mean, I love your content. Always post that honesty. Uh, Dope. Just keep doing what you're doing, Doug. I'm a huge fan of yours and the whole
Familia.
the whole familia.
Love ya. I love all ya.
Yep, definitely, definitely. And shout out JBW saying, "What up, guys? Keep up the good work. You guys are awesome. You are as well, brother. Love your channel.
Thank you,
Follow
man.
JBW on TikTok." But on a scale of 1 to 10, before we get out of here, ball bro, what you giving Dynamite tonight?
Like we said earlier, it was a good show, not the greatest show. Not everyone could be a home run. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be very modest. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Like I said, we had a couple good things, couple things that are progressing us to next week to Grand Slam, maybe a little bit further beyond. But you know, um, I'll be a little modest. Yeah, I say it was a 7 tonight. I think it's decent.
Yeah, C show. I'm in that same range. I was giving it like a 7.2. I'm not gonna lie. With a couple of mistakes, they could have had a D. They
Yeah.
kept it a solid show. They kept it going. It wasn't nothing that just was cringe worthy. Every segment was solid.
Hey, listen, man. I ain't got no problem giving it a C. I was a C student in high school and got the job done.
It
It
got
got the
the
job done.
job done.
So you gotta do.
Definitely. But you guys make sure you check out Group Chat Wrestling with Ball Bro and his friends across the pond. It's an incredible podcast streaming on Spotify. What else?
Got Spotify, we got YouTube, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on all the podcast platforms. And listen, I'm not gonna give it away, but our next episode we have a special guest. I'm not gonna give the name. Just know you guys are in for big trouble.
Definitely.
Big trouble.
Stay tuned for that. Turn on all notifications involving Group Chat Wrestling. But I guess that's it for us tonight. The next time you will see me will be tomorrow night. We are doing our Royal Rumble breakdown, preview, and predictions, all that jazz. Ball, bro, if you're not doing that, feel free to join us. You know, they had you on battle boxes. The crew loves you now. They like, you got to get Barbara on some WWE. Fuck AEW. No, fuck you, buddy. AEW's where that. But yes, Barbara.
I'll be on tomorrow. I got
Chuck keep asking me, Ron asking me now.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, get off his jock, man. What you doing?
Is that bully Minx gonna be there?
She's always there. She's always there, you know. If she's not there live, she's in spirit talking trash in the comments. Minx Mayhem. Who brings the mayhem? But yeah, man. But till then, though, tomorrow, Royal Rumble breakdown and a little TNA content. We are starting off. We won't start with a post show. We are being real here, people. We had just started watching this. It's been like 5 months solid. We're kind of ready now to do a post show. I'm not one of those guys who I'm just going to jump in here and say whatever. I need to learn stories. I need to dive deep. And I feel like I'm close. So tomorrow we will start launching some TNA stuff. Post show very soon. Until then, it's your boy ABE from DET.
I am that ball bro from the NYC.
This has been the AEW Dynamite post show with the Holy Shhh Podcast. Peace. Media.